April day. It's about 50 degrees out right now. And we got the whole truck packed up.
Chickens and ducks and all.
Chickens and ducks in a cage in the back.
Kitties.
Got the cats.
These are other kitties.
Got the roof loaded with lumber and all that kind of stuff. And we're going to try to make it down the road. Got to make a quick stop for a little bit of cat food and some bird seed for the ducks and stuff, because we're supposed to get 3 to 6 inches of snow in 2 days. So there's no snow on the ground right now, so we're just going to get them some food just in case we have to keep them so they can't free range and stuff. So yeah, we'll shoot back to it when we're at the land.
How far away?
Maybe 30 minutes. It's only about an hour and 45-minute drive. To the cats, it's like forever though.
Sweet.
So we fenced in this little garden piece to keep the chickens away from eating seeds, since they eat mostly seeds. And yeah, anybody who has chickens in a garden knows that chickens can be pains in the necks in gardens. So we usually don't fence stuff in, but we want to make sure that the chickens don't eat our goodies over here. We built them a little coop in the first day that we were here. Here we planted out some cold hardy things like greens and radishes and beets out in this already, and peas, so we'll see what sprouts up in the next couple of days.
almost looks like leather. This is a good one. Like a hide tanning or something. It's so beautiful. Look at this one grow. That's so cool. We checked on some chestnuts that we had found last year from a local guy who contacted us.
We stratified them in these buckets. We left them outside.
Yeah.
It just has like forest debris matter in it, kind of like the seed would be in if it was naturally fallen. But this is just to protect them from rodents. They've got some drainage on the top and the bottom. We have a video that we shot a while ago about how we make these and what we do with our seeds to start in the spring. But yeah, as Shakoi mentioned, these are American chestnut seeds. They're not 100% American chestnut. They are like 98% an American chestnut. They're from the American Chestnut Foundation, and they cross them with other blight-resistant genes. So, like Chinese chestnuts are blight-resistant, for example. So yeah, we have a video that we shot where we harvested these too. So wow, look at these.
Yeah, these are really sprouting.
So these need to be planted in a bed ASAP. And we usually make our air prune beds. We have a bunch of videos that feature those.
And we'll show you some too. But right now we had to compromise and use these plastic crates we had hanging around.
But the idea of this is the air, once the roots touch here or down here, the air will force them to stop growing, so they won't have a very long taproot as nut trees tend to do. So they're easy to transplant.
And healthier for the tree.
Yeah. So here is the garden bed we did today. We just have this fence so you can kick it in, and it just lays open like that. Maybe we'll put a piece of wood on the end, but right now it works. It serves to keep the chickens out. So we planted some things in this bed, and we were originally going to have this one whole raised bed, but we liked chickens eating some garlic over there. We have they kick up the garlic. We have another bed over there where Shakoi is, and we built that in the fall. We will link a video to that up in the right hand corner. But these are the ones that we did over the last 2 days, and there's 1, 2, 3 beds here, and they'll be sown out to annuals this year, and maybe some leafy perennials. We already have a couple of perennials in here. We have some walking onions right there, sad little babies. Also some onion chives over there. We have 2 gooseberries, one right there and one right there. They're small, they were started from cuttings. Then we have a black currant right here. And these gooseberries are pretty cool. These were started from cuttings last year, and they've got beautiful root systems. And they're just starting to leaf out. As of the making of this video, it is April 14th or something like that, so we still got lots of time for stuff to wake up. Starting on firewood a little late, but better late than never. We have this big maple to cut up and a lot of cedar to cut up. So yeah, this is just our first little week at the homestead. We got the one side of the roof up. Just gotta put another side, start cutting it, and do a ridge cap for it, and we'll be able to store some of our stuff in the shed. I'm gonna use both hands to lock this up because it's a little easier that way. So I'll see you later. When we got here, the chickens had no place to stay, so we knew we had to build something quick that day. So we did this in a couple hours, and it's just simple 2x4s, you know, as a A-frame, 3 little rafters, and some scrap roofing. And yeah, so we built with just what we had laying around. We didn't buy anything special, and we had this old chicken wire laying around too. Fence, little gate thing, works pretty good. Sorry, works pretty good when you have 2 hands. It just lashes right there, and the rest of the chickens are out foraging somewhere, probably digging up some of our garden beds. And there's a little roosting pole in there too. See a hen up there. And this fits all the birds and all the chickens and the ducks. So 9 birds total, and it fits them nice and comfortably. And it's also mobile, so we didn't put a floor in it. So it's fairly light. We could use it as a chicken tractor if we wanted to. and they've been fertilizing and kind of scratching up the ground a little bit, so that's good. And yeah, it's pretty good for what it is, just a little summer cottage. And we plan on building them something bigger before winter, and we plan on getting more birds, so we will definitely have to have something a little bigger for them, but this works for just a few hours work. Beautiful spring day here. Frogs are singing, birds are singing. It's probably about 45, 50 degrees right now. And we're finally putting a roof on our shed. So we've had it, the frame built since last fall, late last fall, and we haven't really been able to get here to put a whole day's work in to finish the roof, because it involves cutting pieces of roof to a certain length. But now that we're here full time, we can work on many things at once. We've been installing new gardens. We built a small chicken coop for the chickens. So I wanted to go over how we did the ridge cap for the roofing, because this is all recycled roofing. So we just cut one panel of roofing along the bottom seam. So we did that twice, so it's kind of like a uniform width. And we're just hopefully gonna screw it in on the roof, and it'll bend since it's flexible metal, hopefully. That's exactly how it is when you get stuff for free. You gotta make it work. That's how we did the roofing too, the OSB, the sub roof, whatever you would call it. It was all different funky shapes, so we had to cut it to square enough pieces to get it on the roof, so we don't have an awkward slanty roof.
Say anything?
The ridge cap looks like it's going on pretty good for not being a ridge cap. Yeah, I'm just going to continue it on down the line. Probably going to have to cut another little piece for the end, but it works pretty good, so happy with it.